Hafa, I'm Nestor LeConte with the Pacific Daily News. Here are our top stories from the PDN Newsroom. The 6 candidates for the Guam Education Board will need just 1 vote each to win in this year's general election. That's because there are only 6 seats up for grabs on the board, according to Guam Election Commission Executive Director Maria Pangilinan. Guam law only requires those candidates to get a single vote to win, she said, and each candidate can cast a ballot for themselves. They are Board Chair Mary Okada, Board Vice Chair Angel Sablon, and Board members Maria Gutierrez, Peter Alexis Atta, and Ron McNinch. The 6th incumbent board member, Lourdes Benavente, did not file for re-election, GEC registry show. That leaves a spot open for the only newcomer in the race, who is herself a former board member, former Senator Judy Guthertz. In other news, early voting for the 2024 general election kicked off Monday with hundreds of Guam's 60,748 registered voters jumping at the first chance to cast a ballot. As of 4 p.m., more than 387 voters came through the early voting center at the Westin Resort Guam, according again to Guam Election Commission Executive Director Maria Pangilinan. That figure, taken 2 hours ahead of the 6 p.m. closing time, was already close to double the 200-plus voters seen on the first day of early voting for this year's primary election, which saw a historically low turnout. Early voting will run from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday until October 28. As the foot traffic on Monday quickly surpassed this year's primary, Pangilinan said she was hopeful the turnout would improve. Guam's very tight housing market is prompting the military to increase its mandated assessment of the local housing situation from typically every 5 years to now an expedited review every year. Vera Topacia, Executive Director of Guam's Community Defense Liaison Office, said right now they're trying to do it annually just to keep up. The statutorily required assessment is called the Housing Requirements and Market Analysis, or HERMA. Topacia said Joint Task Force Micronesia, led by Rear Admiral Gregory Huffman, briefed Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and administration officials during a Civil Military Coordination Council meeting on September 30th on the steps they're taking to balance military and civilian needs amidst the continued shortage in local rental properties. She said the Department of Defense has completed a HERMA for 2024 with plans for an update as early as 2025. However, Topacia deferred details of the report to GURA Deputy Director Fernando Esteves, who represents the government of Guam on the Housing Subcommittee, but who is currently off island. According to Topacia, to help address military housing needs, the DoD has built and is in the process of building and replacing some 427 family housing duplex units at Andersen Air Force Base. In other news, Attorney General Douglas Moylan said that although he's lost or losing at least 3 attorneys in October, the Office of the Attorney General is a very mean, clean operating law firm, one he looks forward to maintaining a successful trial record. In August, Attorney Christine Borja left the AG's office, and last Friday, October 11th, was the last day for attorneys Graham Bota and Leah Diaz-Uggan. This is also the last week for prosecutor Sean Brown, who has won his cases in 2024 and now heads to the judiciary, where he is expected to be sworn in as the Superior Court of Guam's next magistrate's judge. Moylan said there are 36 attorneys at his office, staffing 8 divisions, including 17 attorneys working both general crimes and government corruption. Moylan added that he's working on making his teams more efficient so that they can be prepared to walk into a court, go before a judge, and be prepared to go to trial. For more of these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.